Hey folks, here we are today at Herzing College, and we're here to learn about structured cabling and how to make your installs go easier and simpler using Smart-Connect. Herzing College teaches our next generation skilled trades, something that's so very important for our next generations. And TSOC has been a proud partner with Herzing College over the many years, helping lift up our industry and help lift up our next generation by teaching them the important skills that they need to be able to make a living, to be able to provide a future for their next generations. My name is Imran Hasan. I'm the president at TSOC, and I'm so excited to share with you a little bit of the background of our company and a little bit of information about the product. TSOC was established in 1983 by an engineer who had this vision. He wanted to supply cables, connectors, and tools to installers because in his mind, his vision was that everyone is going to need a telephone one day, so we should be in the telephone business. And that engineer is my father. He's 87 years younger today, but when he was much younger, 40 odd years ago, he had this vision and this passion to help supply quality cables, connectors, and tools for professionals who wanted to serve their customers. And over the many years, we've seen the convergence of voice and data and video and security and audiovisual all transported over one medium, and that's known as Ethernet cable and the internet. And so along with the evolution came innovation. And that's when Dad sat down with many experts in the industry and consulted with them and asked them, what are some of your pain points? What are some of the things that keep you up at night? And how can we, as a manufacturer, work with you as an installer to help address some of those pain points? And so over many consultations and over many months and years, we finally came to the conclusion that a bundled modular cabling solution would be the answer. So one of the experts that we have consulted with is here with us today. He has had an extensive experience and background in installing network cabling as well as phone systems and data networks, and his name is Rob Stevens. Rob, come and join us.
How you doing, Imran?
Great seeing you again, my friend.
I'm pleased to be here today. You know, I started dealing with TSOC, I think it was in the early 90s. And they were one of the first companies that I associated myself with because I really liked the idea that they were a family business. And, you know, I could pick up the phone and speak to Imran or his brother Norm and get any information that I needed for any of the installations that I needed to do. And I knew that they were a company that was solid. I knew they were going to be there when I needed them. And not only that, 2 years down the road, if there was an issue with any of my projects, I knew that they were there. And you know, for years and years and years, we've done business. And I actually retired in 2019. So I'm not out there pulling the cable anymore.
Or laying cable.
But I still like to be involved in the industry. And when Imran mentioned that you know, he was doing some promotions for this new product, and I came into their office in Mississauga and sat down and had a lunch, and I was just, wow, like, you know, this is where was this, you know, 20 years ago when I was, you know,
much younger.
Yeah, much younger, and you know, and I'm dragging all these individual cables, you know, all over ceilings and warehouses and all of that sort of thing. And you know, and one of the pain points for a small installer, because I was considered a smaller installer, was certifying your product. You know, as a small installer, it was cost prohibitive to own, you know, a fluke tester. it was $10, $12, $15,000.
And now even more.
Yeah, and you know, if I would go to price a project, first thing they would say, well, can you certify it? And eventually I did buy one, but you know, after
Not
many
everyone
years-
has that kind of money.
That's right.
Yeah.
But you know, so now here we are, fast forward, and I want to show you some of the things that that really you know, really intrigues my interest with this product. But first of all, I want to show you the way it used to be done, and some of the reasons why the modular system is just going to be phenomenal for the industry. So,
And I'm going to step out of your way, Rob. You go ahead. Yeah.
so you know, here was my day back in the day. You would pull up to a customer's site, you'd have 10 or 15 of these in your van. You know, it's snowing, it's raining, whatever, and you know, you got to drag all this into the building, and you don't really know sometimes how many feet of cable are in a box. Yeah, there is markings on the cable, but it's still another step. It's still another problem you need to deal with to get the cable up in the ceiling, and you know, it was a lot of work. You know, when you think about, you know, you have your cable, you have to splice, take the sheathing off, you got to unbend all these cables, you got to get them all the twisted pairs, you got to get them all to the right spot. You know, then you got to hold this little jack in your hand. And you know, the funny thing is, me being a little bit older, is that this product, I could actually go back to work because doing this, when you get to be in your 50s and maybe even 60s, it gets really difficult. So having a modular system where all the connections are already done for you and they are certified, and the cable is cut specifically to length for your individual projects, there's no more of fiddling around with this and then hoping after you've run 150 cables that they actually all work. So the fumbling around thing is just not, it's not where the industry should be or where it should be going. This is where the industry is going, and TSOC is the leader in this industry, and this product is going to lead for many years to come. So out with the old, in with the new. Some of the things that I really found interesting, and I think they've done an excellent job on, is the fact that you get this bundle pre-made, pre-certified, in one easy-to-use reel. You call up TSOC and you say, you know what, I've got a job, I'm gonna be going from the computer room, you know, to the middle of an office. It's 140 feet. I'm gonna have a patch connection or a termination point up in that ceiling. So we have products like this, products like this. We also have vertical patch panels, horizontal ones. So you've got a full bundle of cables, 6 in a bundle. You run what you need, you connect them up in the ceiling, and then you go from the ceiling down to the individual desks or workstations with whip cables. It's all certified. There's no jacks to put on. There's no ends to put on. Everything is just plug and play. It's wonderful. So an example is here. So here's the back end of a patch panel. So this is the bundle coming in from the ceiling, up in your ceiling trays. And each bundle is actually wound with Kevlar. So these are not coming apart. if you are pulling them through the ceiling, the Kevlar is strong enough that it's not going to break, so you're not going to have bundles falling apart. All of these cables are actually solid cables. These cables are also all plenum. So, you know, so many things that don't get thought of in a project, it's all built right in. It's fabulous. So you go from your bundle coming out of the ceiling here, and then on the other side, did you notice it all has its own colors? So on the other side, you just plug your patch cables into this side. They're all color coded into your switches and your hubs and whatever else that you need. It's a fabulous design. Now, they've even thought of some other things that is just fabulous. So those times when you might have to pull cables through a conduit, or if you don't have a tray to lay them on and you just need to pull them through a ceiling, they have this. So if you do that, you can feel how slippery and smooth that is. So this is just going to glide across the T-bar ceiling or the drywall or whatever. It's not going to be getting caught on things. It's already specially made to not put strain on the fronts of the cables. And you just basically pull your cables through and away you go. It's really great. Simple to use. Now, in our world today where people are thinking about the environment, this product has that covered as well, because all the reels are all recyclable. All the products are all recyclable. So you know you're not having to worry about you know, having 50 boxes to fold up. You're not having, you know, a whole bunch of cable that's wasted. This procedure, you've got, you know, all the little bits and pieces all over the carpet, everywhere in the job site. You're not having to deal with that. Now, one of the things that I wish, I used to do national accounts, and I would have the same basic layout at a customer's premise, whether that was a real estate company or whatever it was. All the offices were basically laid out the same. They were the same square footage, and everything, the land room, everything was in the same spot. Wouldn't it be fabulous if you could pick up the phone and go, okay, I need 40 of, you know, rolls, this size, this many whips, you know, the patch cords and everything, and they all get shipped to the individual sites. And say I didn't service personally all those accounts, and there was subcontractors in some of the other cities, well, plug and play. They would get a small diagram and run all the cables and do everything they need to do. These cables are certified with a $50,000 fluke device, you know, and every cable bundle reel comes with a complete test of every cable in that bundle, front to back. So you have a system that is certified from end to end. And the warranty is the most fabulous thing, because TSOC has been in business for over 40 years, and they provide a 40-year warranty on this product. So a product warranty is usually only as good as who's providing it. And here we have a company that's been in business for more than 40 years. And it's very efficiently run. They are extremely smart and involved in the public they live in the area they live in. You know, Hasan College, they have a partnership with them, and you know that they're going to be here when you need them. So I truly wish that this product was around, you know, when I was dragging ladders around people's buildings. But hey, maybe I'll come out of retirement and start running cable. I don't know. But anyhow, I appreciate you listening, and thanks very much.